Hey there, everybody. It's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It is Wednesday, March 19th. And it is happy birthday to my friend, Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis. It's his birthday today. He's 70 years old. And I wish him all the best. He's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, but hang in there, Bruce Willis. What is your favorite Bruce Willis film? I think a lot of people would say Die Hard. Die Hard was really good. Uh, I don't know, he's got so many. I remember Bruce Willis when he was on Moonlight with what's her name, Sybil Shepherd, the cutie herself, cutie. And Coco, come in here and say hello to everybody. I don't know. He's really rambunctious today. Uh, Bruce Willis, Philadelphia guy. Was a bartender for a while up in New York. Was convinced to start taking acting lessons. Don Johnson, remember Don Johnson? He's on that show now, Dr. Odyssey, where the ship is out at sea and there's all kinds of peril every week. Maybe you got somebody ate a bad clam or a shark attack or aliens or whatever, Dr. Odyssey. And Don Johnson used to be on Miami Vice. Remember that? Back in the 80s? Miami Vice was like the hip, cool show. The clothes, Don Johnson and the other guy, they would wear the pastel colors. And the pants were cut really, and the shirts were open down to your navel. But that was a hip show back then. Well, Don Johnson back in the day knew Bruce Willis. They were friends. And Don Johnson was the guy who recommended Bruce Willis to an agent friend, said, give this guy a chance. Give this guy a chance. I think he could be a star. Well, they did, and the rest is history. Yeah. So I think, my favorite Bruce Willis film, I liked The Sixth Sense. That was very good. That was the big movie that summer. What was it, 1999, 2000? That was the big movie then. And you weren't supposed to tell anybody the secret, the twisty ending. And I was going to go see it. And right before I was going to go see it, somebody told me the ending, and it ruined the whole damn thing. But it was a good movie. M. Night Shyamalan, the director guy, he's the guy who wrote it too. But it was Bruce Willis with the little kid there, and it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. So happy birthday, Bruce Willis. Today is also World Social Workers Day. So happy World Social Workers Day to all my fellow social workers out there. It's you deserve to be celebrated for all you do. And I remember when I wanted to be a social worker, I talked to another social worker and said, what do you think? What do you think? And I'll never forget his answer. He said, well, you're not going to make a lot of money from it. And he was right. But sometimes money is not the most important thing in life. And he was right about that. Because it was a very fulfilling career. It was nice to know that you helped people along the way and you made a difference in someone's life. You don't have to be a social worker to make a difference in someone's life. You could be the social worker in someone's life too. I think we always had a bad rap, social workers. We were seen as the evil people who took away kids from their parents and bad, really bad people. Well, that's not true. Social workers are some nicest people around, compassionate, with empathy, and that's what it takes to be a good social worker. And be a good listener too. But so it's nice that we have a day where we can solve all the social media. Anyway, well, the Dodgers won again early this morning. They beat the Cubbies. I think it was 6-3. So just like I said, Dodgers win number 2 on the way to 162-0. That's right. Dodgers going to, and not that I'm a Dodger fan, as you can see, I'm a big Phillies fan. Dodgers going to win every single freaking game. No, that's just the way that it's made out, like from the media. So don't get me wrong, the Dodgers have a really great team. They're world champs, defending world champs. And they have Otani. And they won those 2 games over in Japan without Mookie Betts. He's sick. So they have a great team. But they're not God's gift to baseball. Come on, and we're not talking about the 1927 Yankees. God, that's hard to believe, isn't it? The 1927 Yankees were considered one of the greatest teams in baseball of all time. You had Ruth and Gary and Murderers Row. But can you believe that in 2 years, that it'll be 100 years since the 1927 Yankees I don't even want to think about the time. It's just running away. But Dodgers are 2-0. Cubbies are 0-2. Chicago Cubs are 0-2. And I say let's just pack it in. You might as well forfeit all your games. And just because you're not going anywhere. Nah, that's ridiculous. You start the year on 2. That's not good, but there's a lot of baseball we played yet, Cubbies. So I think the Cubbies will be okay. I gotta tell you, I'm waiting for my games. I've got 10 games this year, tickets for 10 games. Whoa. And I can't wait. It's baseball is summertime, it's warm weather, and it's fireworks, and it's going to the ballpark and getting a hot dog and popcorn and enjoying a game, or maybe there's rain delays, who knows? But you're outside and you're with the crowd. It's baseball. It's baseball. The long season is every day is like a soap opera. You follow the team, you follow the guys, no matter where they go, traveling, those late night West Coast games, or whatever. It's just a lot of fun. And I think, my first game this year is in May against the Pirates. The Pirates, I can't even say the team because who knows with the Pirates, right? The only reason I got, I'm hoping Paul Skeens, that pitcher, who's a great pitcher, I hope we get lucky enough to see him that night in Saturday night in May. What more do you want? Phillies and Buccos, a Pennsylvania brawl, right? And then in June, speaking of Cubbies, I went to Cubbies in the day game, and that should be fun. What else? Oh, going to see the Mets. Oh, good. Now that's always a trip because you get your New Yorkers coming down the turnpike from New York down to Philly, and of course, Johns. Just just want to take over the stadium, And it's very nice when the Phillies kick the ass. Now, the Phillies have some revenge issue because, when you got to say it happened. The Mets beat the Phillies in the playoffs last year. So, Phillies, hey, you got to kick some ass this year for them. But Mets fans are always loud. They let you know they're in the stadium. And it's kind of fun. It's neat to have a rival, That's like, I miss the fact that the Dallas Cowboys suck. Now, here we have our Eagles, our world champions, Super Bowl champions, and the Cowboys suck, which is good in one way, but in another way, I like when the Cowboys are good because there's a rivalry. Now when the Eagles play the Cowboys, it's like, hold on, what the hell? Can I stay awake? But when it's Eagles Cowboys and both teams are good, there's nothing like that rivalry. It's a great week to be an Eagles fan, great week to be a sports fan. So, and then what else in oh yeah, June. Uh early July, I got a Padres game. Those San Diego Pods are coming in. And should be a good game. Padres still have Manny Machado. And they have a good team, but they just can't get over the hump, those Padres. And it sucks having the Dodgers in the division. Can you imagine you're a Phillies fan and you have the Dodgers in the East? I mean, what the hell? How are you going to get through? So it's really tough for the Padres to do anything here. But they do have a good team. Then I have the Cincinnati Reds coming in. Now I think the Reds are my surprise team this year. The Reds, I think we're going to win the Central Division because they got that Terry Francona. Terry Francona is the manager. Old school guy. And the Reds have a bunch of young players. I think the Reds, with that division up for anybody to take it, that's a nice way to say the teams suck. Okay. I think the Reds have just as good of a chance to win the Central as anybody. So the Reds are coming over, and that's over July 4th weekend. What a weekend that's going to be, huh? You got the Reds coming in. By the way, the 4th of July is on Friday this year. So you got your long weekend. Plan ahead, right? Got the 4th of July on a Friday. You got the whole weekend. Whoa, that's going to be amazing. I hope the weather's nice around my neck of the woods. So you got the Reds. Then I got the Angels coming. Mike Trout. The Angels' minds will just leave Mike Trout here at Philadelphia. Just let him release him. Let him go come into Philadelphia, back home again. He's a Jersey boy. And let him play for the Phillies for the last part of his career. I think that would be good. But the Angels, who knows? Who knows how they're going to do? That's going to be photo day, which I love. You go out, you meet the players, you take some pictures. It's great. It's a great day. Photo day against the Angels. And then my last game in July, the Boston Red Sox. Boston. Yes, the Red Sox are coming down. I think they're going to have a good team this year, too. They've made some changes, brought some players in. Boston, look out for Boston this year. I think Boston's going to have a hell of a year. And then we go to August, and I got a few games there. I got the Baltimore Orioles coming in. Yeah, the Orioles. What a series. The I-95 series, huh? And every time the Phillies and the Orioles hook up, it's close. It's thrilling because they both have good teams. And it's a good series. Now, the Phillies have a little payback to do because the Orioles swept the Phillies last year down in Baltimore. So, Phillies have a little payback this year when the O's come in. And then I've got the Tigers coming in. Now, what I like about this night, it's a night game in August. So, it's going to be a beautiful night. Tigers have a good team, too. And Tigers, I think, may win the AL Central. And it is Wall of Fame night. Jimmy Rollins, the great Jimmy Rollins, is going to be inducted into the Phillies' cherished Hall of Fame. There's no greater honor, not only in baseball, but in life. Jimmy Rollins, now they're starting to honor these guys from that the 2008 World Championship team. You got your Jimmy Rollins, and you got your Chase Utley, and you got your Shane Victorino, and your Ryan Howard, and Cole Hamels, and Brad Lynch, Chooch, Carlos Ruiz. There's a lot of guys they can from that team. They're going to be going on for years and years. But we start with Jimmy freaking Rollins. What a great shortstop. He had reliable hands, strong arm, all-time leader in the Phillies in hits, can run. He was a triples machine, doubles. He won the MVP 1 year, hit 30 home runs that year. Just a great little club. So at the end of August, I've got the Mariners coming in. It's always interesting when the Seattle Mariners come to town. Why? Because they're about as far away as you can get. Seattle, that's a hell of a long way, you know? And before the interleague series, playing all the teams, which I like, you hardly saw them ever. See that? Maybe once every 4 years or something. So the Mariners are always good to see them come in. I remember seeing the Mariners about 10 years ago. Ichiro, remember Ichiro? He made the Hall of Fame this year. Ichiro, we're talking about Tokyo and Japan. You know how the Dodgers and the Cubs are war over there in Japan and leaving them. And Otani and Suzuki and all those guys. Well, perhaps the greatest Japanese player of all was Ichiro. He's in Hall of Fame now and will be in July. And I saw him play when he played with the Mariners a few years ago. So that was a lot of fun. And then my final game of the season is going to be a Saturday night game in September against the Kansas City Royals. Again, another good team. Kansas City is young. They got that Bobby Witt Jr. who can hit. They're a young team. They made the playoffs last year. So I think I've got a good schedule. So I'm not seeing the Braves unless I tackle on a game at the end. But no Braves this year. But I think it's a solid schedule. And I can't wait to start, to go. So anyway, yes, so the teams, Cubs and Dodgers are on the way back from Japan. They'll be back in their spring training again. And we'll have to get ready in about 8 days to start the season again. So it's not long. Baseball today, 70 degrees outside here in Pennsylvania. Can't wait to get out on the deck, open the windows, get some fresh air. Spring is sprung almost. Last day of winter. Last day of winter. Goodbye, winter. I am so glad winter is going to be behind us. You know, well, why we complain, because we never get big blizzards anymore. It never gets like below zero, really, really cold here. But we gotta have something to bitch about and looking about, right? So, but I'm just happy springtime, flowers, dogwood trees will be coming soon. Big here in Pennsylvania. And it's probably my favorite time of the year. Really, it really is. Because summertime gets a little too humid for me anymore. Fall is nuts. I love September. It's probably my favorite month of the year. But you know that summer's ending. You know it's going to start getting cold again. The days are shorter. So fall's not my favorite season. Of course, neither is winter. So that only leaves us with spring, and I do love springtime. And as of overnight, I believe 1:10, I believe they said, somewhere around 1 o'clock in the morning, we are flipping over to springtime, friends. And I can't wait. All right, everybody. Well, take care. Have a great day. If you know a social worker in your life, give them a big kiss and say happy World Social Workers Day to you. And that's about it for today. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again real soon. Take care. Peace and love. Bye for now.